Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
So number 13.
That's right. Lucky number 13.
We've been doing this for 3 months.
Yep.
This is our starting of our 4th month.
That's right. So we
Isn't
made
that crazy?
a quarter of a year already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were on a break last week, so
Yeah.
this is the perfect time to kind of jump back into it, kind of recap what we've been through and where we're moving forward with. So
Yeah.
Anybody that watching the show, just say hi in the chat. This is a perfect jumping on point, I think. So perfect. I know a lot of podcasts that I listen to, they have hundreds and hundreds of episodes, and I'm like, do I really want to start at number 1 and work all the way through? But sometimes they have like a nice jumping on point, and this is a good one for us too.
So. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think our talks, you could jump in at any time. It's not really week to week. They're not really related, and they all give great content. I'm a little biased, but yeah. So
yeah, I agree 100%. Pick a topic that interests you and catch up with it, and stop by and say hello.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but we'll jump right into our first segment of spilling the beans. And I saw this one. This one's actually from a TechCrunch article, and it was written by Aisha Malik, and it was on March 31st, which kind of surprised me of this year. So I'll jump right into what the article talks about. And the title of it is Alexa now notifies you when items in your Amazon cart or wish list are about to go on sale. I kind of thought this was implemented already, but I guess not. I mean, this is fantastic news for anybody that buys things with their voice or using their devices. You put it in your cart. If it's sitting in your cart and it drops in price, or again, it's about to go on sale, it'll give you a little heads up. And then whenever you get a notification on your Amazon or your Alexa device, it has a little yellow ring on it. And so or on like a show device, it'll have the little badge up at the top.
Right.
And it'll let you know. So it's super convenient. And I'm kind of surprised that it took this long to implement that feature. I feel like that was almost more of a day one type of thing that could have, but
at least to go along with your shopping cart, it should coincide. And then especially when because there was a shopping cart for I think almost day one. Almost day one. And then they added you can add your shopping cart items to a shopping cart at Fresh or sometimes a Whole Foods.
Yes, Whole Foods. Yep.
But that is when they should have also implemented this. I definitely think.
Right. Right.
But I'm glad it's there because it's. Have you actually used it?
So I was going to bring that up. So I'm going to go into this just a quick piece. There's a couple of points that I want to talk about real quick, and then I'll kind of bring it up. But it says Alexa will now notify users up to 24 hours in advance of a deal going live, and then ordered on your behalf if you request that. So it's kind of like almost like a fail-safe, so that because you have a 24-hour window, it's not like you have to sit at the computer and be waiting for it and be ready and then grab it. So I'm kind of curious how this would go into effect on things like Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
Where you have to hit that refresh button.
Yeah.
And script it out and, cheat the system in order
Does
to
this
get
work
anything.
for a PlayStation 5?
Right? Right? Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Sign me up. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how that'll be. But to kind of answer your question, at least my use case for shopping, I don't do a lot of voice shopping because I think I like to see. Typically, when I buy something off of Amazon, I have an idea of what I'm looking for, and then I look at it and I look at the reviews and I check things out, and then I'll price match it with this one or that one, or if it's something techie, maybe I'll get like a refurb if I'm depending on what it is. And so I do a lot of that research part of it.
Gotcha.
And I don't think that research aspect is as convenient on an Alexa device through voice.
Yeah.
In some cases, not
some
every
cases,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I could see myself using this for what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like a recurring or a subscription type of thing. If we buy the same paper towels all the time, and I would just add that to my save for later, and then just have that on a recurring thing, then I could see that being useful. And then if there's a sale on them, even if I might not need them at the time, like let's say I have 24 paper towel rolls, but there's a sale on it, yeah, I might jump on it,
Right.
So I can see the advantage of this, this little feature. And I was kind of surprised in one of the last paragraphs. It says the launch of the new feature comes as reports have indicated that consumers aren't adopting voice-based shopping as quickly as expected. So people are, and if you look at the data, people are using voice to shop. It's, hey, buy me a pack of crayons, and then it'll say, we have these ones, which one? Doesn't matter. We need crayons now, get them. And then they're there. And it is convenient, it is. But I kind of fall into that group that hasn't adopted to their daily routine or their shopping routine. I use it occasionally. I have whenever do you remember when Amazon was putting on a deal where if you ordered through your Alexa device, you got a deal on, I think it was another dot or something like that.
Yeah.
I took advantage of that or what have you. There have been things that I've bought, batteries, for example, AAA batteries. And I had them bought before, and then I was like, just buy another one. And it did. In a couple of days, they showed up. So I do use it, but like I said, it's just not a everyday thing. It's not something I use my groceries for or anything like that. So, but
yeah, we utilize the shopping list, but ever since Fresh wasn't free anymore,
right?
We stopped utilizing that because we didn't want to pay Whole Foods prices and then pay it to be shipped, and it was more expensive than, let's say, shipped. I believe that's what we use now. So you can actually order through almost any grocery store, not just Whole Foods, and get your groceries. So it doesn't work well for groceries. And I have done, I think, like 1 or 2 items, kind of like your batteries. Thing.
Right. The word I was looking for a while ago was consumables.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was thinking. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah. Consumables.
Yeah. So, that would be a good word. Any of those type of consumables, I've done it in the past. So, but to go off your little thing about technology, and then looking into it more, I think that needs to be better. Meaning that, so if you do a search, on a device, it's okay. You're shooting a shotgun and hoping something gets hit.
Right.
And so I don't think it's there yet. Google, on the other hand, has pretty good responses, but I still don't think it's there yet for trying to really look into different devices and get all that information out there. So I would definitely agree with you.
Yeah. It's a challenge to voice shop, but it's possible, and I think it'll improve. And this is just another step along the way for convenience and making it something more accessible for everybody to jump onto. So
I agree with you there. I don't know if I don't trust Alexa to do that, but I am also sorting from cheapest to most expensive.
Yep. I see our comment in here. Not trying to buy stuff by voice just yet. I'm a man that sorts cheapest to most expensive. Yep. I understand that. Yeah. Give me that filter.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. So we move on to our next one.
Yeah, sure.
Oops, wrong thing.
All good. So our next segment is Bean-boozeled, and every week we try and stump each other or see who has the most useless knowledge. But with it being April, and here in the States, it's starting, maybe kind of turning to spring. It depends. But
it depends on where you are and what time of day it is, or what day it is.
Exactly. I did find this weather trivia. So
nice.
I don't know too much about it. I haven't fired it up because, I don't want to give myself an unfair advantage or anything.
Yeah. You didn't want to do that.
No, that'd be terrible. But it has, so it's by Today's Millionaires. That's the developer. It has 12 reviews and it's got 4 stars. So
cool.
We'll give it a shot.
Here it is for everyone to see. Weather trivia. All right.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, all in on Elon Musk. He's on my team, or she, whoever is on my team. Sorry.
No, you don't get a team.
Well, I phone a friend.
Okay. Open weather trivia.
Here's weather.
That's what I figured. Open weather trivia skill.
Welcome to weather trivia. Would you like to continue?
Really? Yes.
What is it called when ice balls fall from the sky?
Hail.
A funnel-shaped cloud coming down from the clouds is called what?
Tornado.
When it is below 32 degrees and rains, it normally turns into what?
Ice. Or sleet.
Snow.
Or snow. Or yeah.
What has high winds and is normally a tropical storm?
Hurricane.
What is a large high tide caused by an earthquake called?
Tsunami.
Yep.
The end now. Thank you for playing with me. Hope to play with you again soon. You have a nice day and I love you.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's nice. They love us.
That was the of all of our trivia. That was the nicest ending exit message that we've ever had. So that's great.
I guess we got them all right.
Everyone, 100%.
Yeah.
12 reviews, 4 stars. I have to pull up. I'm pulling up the page right now on my side of it. I need to see if there's actual written reviews. And there's not any written reviews.
Oh no.
55% are 5-star, 28's 4, 1 star.
So
okay.
I think it was a mostly me winning it, but I'll say a team collectively, we won the game.
Right. Yeah, we'll call it a draw. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We of course we won. We won. Just let him think that he won. So, yeah,
that was weird. That was weird.
I don't see anything about it being a blueprint.
No, that didn't seem like it was a blueprint. That seemed like it was made in 2016 when we were writing I can't even remember that we were writing version 1.
Yeah.
What is it called? Emit response or something like that. I can't remember. So
yeah, that was the years ago.
Did you ever write a version 1 skill before?
I have not. I've looked through previous documentation to see how far we've come.
Oh,
so yeah.
Leaps and bounds, my friend. Leaps and bounds.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's weather trivia.
Well,
take it as it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for maybe a kindergartner.
Yeah. So yeah,
next up.
Yeah, we'll just jump on. We have our Beaningful conversation, and like we said at the top of the show, we've made it a quarter of a year so far, and we're just kind of gonna review a little bit and touch base, see where we've been, where we're going, what's on our plate, roadmap, any other pieces and parts.
Nice.
So I guess I had one question right here, and it's like, how has our personal skill development been this year? And I'm going to take this one first, and then I'll jump it over to you. Mine has been slow. I've been busy, a lot of transitions going on, and the 2 young kids take up a lot of time. A lot of my development comes in the evenings. So after they get put to bed, and then, I'm not as fresh as I should be. So there've been some revisions and some updates to things. My magical day, if you remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
My magical day I've been working on, it's kind of done. I just need to actually do something with it. And I came up with a few other skills that I was playing with. One was a voice journal, specifically tied to kids who may have some behavioral issues, or I don't know what the right term is. I don't want to say issues, where they can, if they're feeling angry or upset, they can talk to Alexa and it just kind of lets them vent, and that kind of thing. So I had that idea that I've been working on, and it's getting there. It's tricky though, with the kid aspect. I haven't developed a skill for kids, so there's a lot of little pieces that you want to take into consideration. Different whatever terminology you're using, or trying to think of how they would word something or say it differently than what I would as a somewhat intelligent, cohesive, coherent person. So there's that skill that I've been having on there. I played around with blueprints these past 2 weeks. So I did. Okay. I mean, they are there. They are useful for getting your feet wet. I think functionality is limited, but they work. Created a countdown skill. So we're going to, my wife and I, we're taking the kids to Disney World in about the end of November. We're actually going to go, or mid-November. And so I have a skill now, and I didn't publish it because you know how I've ranted about. Yes. Yeah. I was waiting for that. They said, so if I say how many days until our Disney trip, it'll give me the day. Like it'll say, there are 218 days, blah, 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 blah. So it's neat. The kids get a kick out of it. They have to ask it every single day at the same time.
Oh, wow.
But, it's good. Took me like 10 minutes, just in, out, done.
Wow.
I answered a couple questions, filled out some custom, but you had some custom phrases that you could do. But will I do another blueprint skill? Probably not. Even from a game, like a trivia perspective, I think I'd want to be more robust than what a blueprint kind of gives you.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at it from a show perspective, like a visual screen perspective. I was focused just on the like a dot aspect.
Yep.
So it worked. It was quick, easy. It was a good learning opportunity to kind of experience it and see what is on the store. But like I've said before, just because you can doesn't mean you should for publishing some skills, But that's my personal development so far this year. I'll probably get into my future plans here in a little bit, but
okay.
What about you? Do you have anything on the stove, on the burner?
Yeah. Well, I always have something. I'm always developing something usually. So, Cards of Wonder really took off this year.
Good.
And I've been doing holiday special cards. So that's not as much developing as more designing, I guess. But doing that. Also I thought there was something else I was doing with. Oh, yeah, the leaderboards. I was like, I know there's something else to do with Cards of Wonder. I haven't implemented it in Cards of Wonder. I only implemented it in Space Marauders, which is my newest game that I've been working on since last either August or June or maybe May. I don't really know. Sometime last year.
Yeah, it was definitely summer. For
I want to say
it was definitely
June
when we talked about it
to August time frame. So somewhere in the summer, like you said. So I just put it in beta. So anyone that wants to play the beta, let me know. Private message me on Twitch, or you can at me on Twitter at WRONGHOLT. It is a space game, space themed game. I was really trying to hope. At first, I was trying for the space western theme,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I really nailed the space western theme as much as I wanted to. So it's just a space theme.
That works. That works. Factions, right? You have factions and things.
Yep.
There and
yeah, you get there's different factions you can pick, and there is 160 weapons that you can get. There's common, uncommon, and rare. There are, I think, 80 monsters, or I say monsters. They're not all monsters. Bounties that you can defeat.
Right.
And your weapons increase your ability to hit.
Mm-hmm.
The bounty, the enemy, whatever you want to call it, and also your skills as your faction skills. So each faction has a different skills as well.
Right.
So yeah, it's just your ability to hit the if you hit, then you get they get a wound. If they hit you, you get a wound, and the first to 3 wounds loses.
Cool.
If that makes sense, first person to get 3 wounds loses. So you want to obviously get the other person or bounty to 3 wounds faster.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, that is in beta. I kind of mentioned my leaderboards.
Mm-hmm.
So I made leaderboards from the ground up. It is a very legitimate leaderboards where you can I have it set up as, excuse me, I can have Cards of Wonder leaderboards. I can have Space Marauders leaderboards. I can have Powers Fighters leaderboards, which is another game I created 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they will all be they're all in one table essentially. Okay. But they are separated by game ID, and you can see who is the top 10, top 5, top 15, top 100. Depends on the developer and what they want to do for their leaderboards. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to do top 5 probably. Usually that's pretty good for voice also. If you go any more, then people, don't pay attention. So
yeah. That
works. I got the top 5, and then also I have a function where you can get once again 5 near you or 10 near you, whatever the developer wants, but it all around you. So if, let's say you're in 15th place, mm-hmm. And then you will just give it the developer, I'm saying the developer will put a range in there. Let's say 200 points or maybe 1,000 points, depending on what your point system is for your game.
Right.
And it'll put not exactly in the middle, depending on the how many people. It might be some above you, some below you, might be all above you, and you're the last one. Depending, it really depends on the leaderboards and the range you put in. So you can get those leaderboards. You can update your name, the username of the player. You can update which is this one, next one is my favorite, is avatar. You can update your avatar.
Nice.
So
nice.
I hated that you couldn't update your avatar on Game On.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I made my own. And I spent, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours on this leaderboard just so I could update my avatar. So you can update your avatar. You can update, obviously, the score. If you couldn't update the score, it'd be useless. And also, what sets my leaderboard apart from, I haven't used anything else besides Game On. Mm-hmm. So what sets myself apart from Game On is that you can input any amount of data that you wish to save on the leaderboard. Let's say you want to have a PvP in your game, player versus player, for those who are not a gamer, gamers. If you want to have a player versus player in your game, you can, let's say for Cards of Wonder, we'll use Cards of Wonder as an example. You put all your cards, all the players' cards in this data column. Okay.
Okay. I follow.
And save it in this row. This user's row has all the data for the user's cards. Then you can run this other function and get a random user from the table that isn't you.
I see.
And get all their data, so you can play player versus player.
Exactly.
So
that is pretty cool.
Yeah. So I did 2 birds with 1 stone with this leaderboards, with that, having that implemented. So, and I think that's pretty much it. But I can't wait till, I think it's Saturday or maybe it's Friday. I can't remember, but we'll see how things work with Space Marauders. If it works like I programmed it, because I have it set out to a week. I did a bunch of testing before this beta test for my leaderboards, essentially.
Right.
So I did a bunch of testing prior, before I did that. And so now I'm actually testing a week's worth of data. So I actually have to get in there and play some Space Marauders, and hopefully I'll get some other people in there as well. Nice.
I know behind the scenes, this is pulling back the curtain a little bit. I've been bothering you all the time. I'm like, do you have any screenshots? Show me something. Show me anything for this.
Mm-hmm.
And you were nice enough to show like the cargo bay and the holodeck and everything. And like, you put a lot of time in on those graphics. It looks real nice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to fire this up get it fired up on the Fire TV and like just put it as a screensaver or something. So
do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is good stuff. I know you've been working on it for a while, and we're getting towards the end there. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
If it ever gets to the end, you know how that goes. There's always.
Oh, I have tons of ideas. Yeah. But those are going to go on after it's live.
that works. So, is anyone in chat working on any projects? Let us know, and we'll spend some time and check them out. But one of the other things that I know I ranted on quite a bit early on, I think it was maybe episode 3 or 4, was developer advocacy. So how much is Amazon doing for us, the smaller developers?
Right.
Your indie developers. Disney's fine. Walmart, they're good. But us as the little guy, are they doing enough to help us? Is it on their roadmap? Thoughts? Do you think that's improved from, I guess, the beginning of the year? Have you seen any changes or improvements? Hey, Urban. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Urban Blaster.
He says, hey guys, I'm working on a project outside of Alexa world, but want to get back into the Alexa dev. Nice. It's all about the time. You know, that's my big thing is just time. But always good to keep coding. Good stuff.
Exactly.
Thanks for hanging out with us. But
to answer your question, so since Cars of Wonder actually taken off and been pretty busy, I have gotten, I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten whatever bonuses for AWS.
Credits, like the credit, you mean? Okay.
There we go.
Okay. I
got AWS credits. But that is because I have 50 players plus per day. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have a dime. Although I decreased a crap ton of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I think last month I spent, there's like $3 worth of resources that I was using, which I don't understand really much, but I don't know, whatever. But I do know that this quarter we're in now, second quarter, is supposed to be the beginning of their new roadmap.
Split. Yeah, because they split the, what do we want to call them, like in-skill purchases. They split that value a little bit.
Yes,
they changed the ratio.
Different. The ratio. Also, if you are one of those that have like thousands of people that are using your skill per day, then you actually might get money from Amazon. And if you are one of those people, that is also increased.
And if you look at Urban Blaster's comment, the old way they did credits was much better. He's not a fan of the changes. We're there. We're right there with you. I mean, it used.
I don't think there is a dev out there. There's like, I love the new way. I don't like getting credits.
So, I mean, they used to cater to you a little bit, you know, like you got your credits and like, hey, what are you working on? You know, you felt included in a way, if that makes sense. Now Oxygen Box here says I'm still getting a significant for an indie dev monthly charge.
So you're not getting any credits at all, Oxygen Box?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Monthly charge. I mean, but I mean, they have, even so, along the lines of developer advocacy. You got some credits a month ago. Okay, cool. In your opinion, Oxygen Box, enough credits? I mean, is it enough to keep developing and moving forward? Because I know others, they like, and even yourself, Will, you've kind of, and others have backed down a little bit. I think there were a few on Twitter that were making it known that they were kind of slowing it down a little bit, and just because the benefits weren't there for them to keep moving is heavy. But Oxygen Box says, but not enough to cover expenses. Yeah, we feel you. But
I really don't. I wonder what I did to decrease my expenses so much. I know there was a EC2 instance that I had running as a it doesn't matter. I had an EC2 instance that I was running that I took down. but I was barely using it. So I don't know. And I'm pretty sure it was free tiers. I don't think that was it. But I was going, close to $100 a month to $3. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
but
that's a big jump. But yeah, I mean, but along the lines of developer advocacy, I remember, I know COVID and everybody was kind of, home or just kind of on stuck or whatever. And like Jeff Blankenberg, awesome guy. He was streaming 2-3 times a week, and you could get questions answered, and just, you felt part of his community that he had going. There were a lot of other streamers that were really getting into the voice thing. And I guess now that we're hopefully coming out of all of this, some of the streaming has died down, but the Slack channel, Alexa has a Slack channel, or a Slack, what do I want to say? Not channel, but an actual community thing that you have channels in. But they have that, and it's nice. I mean, you get to meet some cool people in there, talk about anything and everything, kind of help one another. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
They've done Alexa Live. That's always kind of nice to have as well, for getting a feel for what's going on in the community. But I think there's still more maybe they could do. I think we have really great tools, excellent documentation. I think maybe they could do a little bit more, and I hate to be like a whiner, but I think maybe they could do a little bit more for the little guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
So, and I do want to touch upon Urban Blaster's comment, maybe CloudWatch logs. I know that AWS has a lot of like budgeting tools and all that stuff that you can kind of fine tune a lot of it. But yeah, it all depends. Maybe someday we'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
So, but that was my rant on developer advocacy. Kind of, I hit it pretty hard a couple months ago, and kind of nice to revisit it and see if there's been some improvements, some changes, whatnot.
Yeah.
But
not much, unfortunately.
Yeah. Have you added any new voice tech to your arsenal? I think you had, what was the last one? Maybe you had, what? You had the auto, right? Okay, because that was one that I added to my, I don't drive as much anymore.
Yeah.
But the Alexa Auto, it's a cool little piece that I
like it.
threw in the car, and yeah, it's pretty neat. I bought a couple extra plugs that go in the wall, and they're like one on each side, so I can control the left side or the right side of the plug.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So like I have one down here. I can turn on my lights on the left side, so I can say turn on Kevin's lights, and then in there I have a heater hooked up to it, and I can say turn on Kevin's heater, or I could say turn on Kevin's office, and it'll turn on the lights and the heater at the same time.
Okay.
So that was a pretty nice one. Found a lot of uses for the plugs. I have a couple light bulbs things. But that's pretty much it. I want to get like a garage door opener or something like that, or something, but haven't made it that far yet.
I do have a Chamberlain garage door opener that has that ability, but mostly I just use the app to close it or whatever.
Gotcha. Just to answer Urban, I did do that survey. I think it came out, what was that, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think I got it.
That one, yeah.
If that's the one you're referencing, I filled that out just to kind of, give my input and see what's what.
I gave my input.
They're like, Will gets a character limit. But so I haven't added too much to it. I haven't done any game jams or any hackathons or anything like that. I've been kind of keeping my eyes open for something, but I just haven't put in the effort like I should if I wanted to move forward on something.
There is one that I just actually signed up for today that I believe Glassdoor was, doing. It's just a hackathon, I think. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But I just signed up for it, so I don't know what it is.
Gotcha. That's cool. I keep an eye on some of the ones that are bouncing around, nothing too specific. Like one of the first ones I did was in the medical field. So I kind of keep my eyes on those, but I've gotten out of that game a little bit. I'm a little rusty, but I'd like to get back into it, maybe something like that, or even be part of a team where I can just do my section of it and have somebody else's section and just kind of tie them together, that kind of deal. But, we've kind of covered our bases on that, but any plans for the next quarter?
Just finishing up Space Marauders and hopefully getting this leaderboard on all my skills.
Nice.
Continuing to put out those holiday cards for cards of Marauders. Cards of Wonder.
Yeah.
I just made a new game.
Amazing. How do you do it? That's cool.
Yeah.
How about you? Oh man, plans for next quarter. I need to wrap up my projects that are just sitting out there. I need to make time to do that. It's going to be tough. I'm coaching T-ball this year. I'm busy. I'm a big baseball guy. I think I've mentioned that way too many times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just busy, and Urban will like this, but I'm trying to, I need to learn some guitar a little bit better, practice a bit, kind of get my skills back up to what they used to be.
You have skills with guitar?
No.
Oh.
I used to, but now,
okay.
It's a little rusty now. I got to get my game up a little bit. Yeah.
It is a fun outlet.
Yeah.
I do have a guitar over there. I learned how to play that one rock thing. I can't remember. It's probably an AC/DC song or something like that. Where it's like 3 notes. But then that's as far as I got.
Yeah.
But I do love making music on Music Maker.
Oh yeah.
I think that's fun. So
I gotta get back into it. I miss it. Every once in a while, I'm gonna plug Urban real quick. Every once in a while, I'll be able to catch his stream, and he's just chilling it out, cranking it up. Good stuff there. But yeah, plans for the next quarter. I just need to wrap up some projects. I've been kind of get feet wet into cybersecurity a little bit. Need to kind of see what I'm going to do with that, if anything. I like to sit and learn stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then I, get halfway in it and figure out it later. But
yeah.
Yeah, not too much planned for the next quarter at the moment. But yeah, we'll figure it out, and we'll take it day by day, week by week.
All right.
So I think we'll jump into our Bean of the Week. We'll kind of skip our taste test this week.
All right.
And we'll come back to it next week. We did a lot. We had some really good conversation going on.
We did have a lot of great conversation.
But Bean of the Week, for those of you who don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be voice technology related. It can be just anything and everything, but it's just something that we've picked up this week or found, bought, played with, just something to kind of wind down and end the show on a high note instead of my rambling. So if you're okay with it, Will, I'll go first.
Yep, I figured. I already got yours copied, so
I appreciate it. So for me, it's MLB TV.
What?
Yeah, so I'm baseball.
My
Guy.
Little Pony?
Yeah, that was a typo in the show notes there. MLB TV, Major League Baseball TV.
Okay.
It's $129 right now, but you get all the games and all that stuff. Blackout rules still apply, which are dumb and should not exist anymore. Being from Pittsburgh, I can't watch hardly anything the day of or at the time until after the game's over for like 3 hours afterwards, and I could watch it. But I can listen to the audio, but I just can't watch it. But so I don't know. It's good though.
That's a baseball thing.
It
right?
is. It is, and it's
okay.
dumb. It's
like I'm pretty sure I watch football games live.
Yeah, it's something to do with TV or like I don't know, channels and advertising, and I don't know. They black it out for whatever reason. It doesn't make any sense to me. Don't like it, but I still buy it every year. So
129 a month?
No. If it was 129 a month, my wife would kill me. She'd be like, Kevin, you're an idiot, more than usual, and you're not spending any more money. Where's your debit card? So
okay, yeah, so it's a year.
So it is $129. You get every single game. So all 162, whatever it is this year.
Okay.
But you get all the games, every team. You can get a condensed game, like a 10-minute like overview of all the major plays, scores, whatever. I use it. I even if I'm not actually physically like paying attention to watching it, I'll have it on in the background as I'm coding or doing something else or just cooking dinner or whatever. For whatever reason, baseball is my thing, and I like to just at least have it on. So hopefully,
yeah, I mean it's okay that you like the word sport, but
I know. No, nobody else in my family can watch it. And when I say my family, I don't
blame
them. My wife digging it in today, but like nobody they're like, how do you watch such a boring thing? And I don't have
a racket, right?
Something like that. Yeah. It's I don't even have a snappy comeback. You got me good. So, oh man, that's brutal. Do you see all in on Elon Musk's comment? It's tough. It is so tough. I mean, I could go on. That's another show. But I could. Oh man. So yeah, the Pirates, professional farm team, whatever. Now I'm all bitter. Anyway, what do you have this week, Will?
All right. Well, I don't have
something good, right?
Any sports themed thing. What I have is my headset. I actually got this over 3 months ago, so it's not that new. But it's I love them. I actually have 2 pair. The only reason I have a second pair is because they're expensive. And before people like, you're like, oh, you must be rich. No, I got a office stipend from work, and I spent it on my headphones.
Yeah.
So they're Sony headphones. They are oh my gosh, noise canceling. Super comfortable. Most comfortable headsets that I've worn. I hate this headset that I'm wearing now. The only reason I have it is because I bought it, and I bought it, so I have to wear it. And they're wireless. But everyone can argue with me on this. I think Sony has the best noise canceling technology out there. From their buds to their big ones, like the ones I showed there.
Yeah, like the fans,
yeah. They are just so great. And I can what I love it, I can put them on. I usually don't even have my noise canceling on, and my wife can be like in the room talking to me, and I still can't hear, even with the noise canceling off.
I need these.
Yeah,
just for fun now, just so that I can just.
So I have the noise canceling on, and then it's even better. And it also has like 3D music. You can have 3D music.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever listened to 3D music before.
Yeah, like that spatial audio type of
thing. So like you can hear the guitar in front of you, the vocals behind you. It is so amazing. Although there is not a lot of music out there that uses 3D music or audio, 3D audio. So you can utilize that. Also, it has A in it, or Google. But who uses Google? Besides the Google users out there. But yeah, it's a best money I've ever spent on a headset for sure.
Do they collapse as well? Like good for travel and stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So I wish I brought them down, but it comes in a case like yay big, like that. And they're the muffs fold in. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
cool. And battery life is good and everything. You're pretty
super great. I want to say 15 hours.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't quote me on that.
See, my
this says 30 hours.
Nice.
So
my problem is I buy like the $50 pairs, and then I wear them out in like 3 months and buy another $50 set, or whatever the Amazon special is of the week that now my Alexa device will tell me about. So
nice.
Yeah, so I wish I could type back to you there all in on Elon. I see that comment. It's Pirate's turn someday. But if you want to continue this on Twitter, by all means, at KJ Evans 2787. We'll even bring you in on the conversation if you'd like.
Sure, I'll add some horrible remarks to baseball, some
stats, statistics, yeah.
If you want to put your baby to sleep, put him in front of a baseball.
Yeah. Go sports ball. Yeah. Cool. Well, do you have anything else, Will?
I do not. As I said before, my Twitter handle is WRONGHOLT, or Wrong Holt. Yeah, give us a shout out on there if you want to talk about any voice, anything besides baseball. I'm all for it. I like basketball actually, or football. But I'm more a basketball fan lately.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So get a hold of us. And then also, if you're watching this later on, you have a question, leave a comment in the below the video, and we'll get back to you.
Sounds good.
So yeah.
Yeah. We're here every week, same time, same place. And, we appreciate everybody stopping by. So,
yep.
On that note, take care, everybody.
Bye, everyone.